Okay. Hey, Mr. IR Sage. This recent video, I guess you're criticizing the singer of the group. Kind of intrigued me. But before I get into that, your 4-part series on Islam, I enjoyed that a lot. Very insightful, very introspective. So yeah, I've enjoyed that a lot. And I'm a recent subscriber, so I don't know. I haven't looked at all your posts in the past, but so far it's a great addition to my subscription list. And however, so for the most part, I've agreed with everything you said. But I guess on this part, I think you're being a little harsh on this dude. And so maybe I can just put it in a different perspective. When I was in middle school, I hung around with sort of the outcasts, and a lot of them had anarchist symbols all over their backpacks, and they were very confrontational with teachers, and they kind of put it in their face, and it was a very adolescent type of thing. I mean, they read some of the books, they understood the philosophy, but they weren't real anarchists, right? And I think that's kind of the sense that this singer is feeling when he's looking back on his teenage years. He's realizing, he wasn't a real anarchist per se. If you read, and you said, like you said, read the blog. He was just more inspired by changing the world, and anarchism is probably the most vocal about being anti-authoritarian. So obviously, with this experience with the police, which is, obviously it was some sort of injustice. I don't want to rank it and say it was the most or least or middle or something, but it was an injustice, and it would probably piss anybody off. But I think for this singer guy, it was just a matter of going through his adolescent years, and lashing out and trying to cope with his experience. I think for a teenager, this can be very eye-opening and very influential in direction it can send you down. Your life is going one direction, and then one experience can send your life going in a completely opposite direction that you ever dreamed of. And I think that's what's happened to this guy. And he's reflecting back now as he's older. He's probably in his late 20s, early 30s. And so anyways, like the kids I hung out with, none of them are anarchists anymore. None of them are really politically active. A lot of them are into computers. They play video games. They're not what this image that they portrayed, they made themselves out to be when we were in middle school. So, I haven't really talked to them about it, but I wonder what they'd feel about anarchism now. Looking back, I mean, they don't have a hit record out, so I don't really know how they feel about it. But I believe it's something similar. As far as the revolution being a lie, I just think he's talking from a more personal point of view. For him, the idea for him of the revolution was a lie. He was lying to himself almost. I don't think there was anything outwardly lying to him, something outside of him that was lying to him. It was him himself was lying. He made the lie himself, and I think he's realizing that now. I just found a deeper truth for what he's after. But it's just my interpretation. There's only interpretation, right? There's no